brought up in taffeta dresses and taught to be pretty and precious, spending my playtimes with plastic princesses who all had those bodies just utterly ludicrous. Minuscule waists and huge boobs, and it's all nipple-less and no pubes and no creases. I mean, Jesus, it's pretty confusing, especially at 6. In that fairy tale world, all the girls end up happy ever after, wooing their knights in shining armor, while some nights down the track you can bet they'll be trapped, spending nights in shining armor. While their knights spend their nights at a bar, at a ball with some harlot. I'm not bitter, it's just better that I don't fall for all that romantic bullshit now that I'm older. Although I don't mind the thought of being tossed over a shoulder and trotted off to a mansion by some ruggedly handsome man in a fireman helmet, and have him just use me for sex. As I say, it's a little complex. One day, someday, my prince may come, though it doesn't seem likely. And even if he came and he liked me, it's likely he'd be not quite my type. Someday, they say he'll come riding up on the back of a horse. But of course I'm allergic to horses. How will I tell him? You'll just have to sell him. He'd love reading books, he'd be an excellent cook, he'd be good looking but not too aware of his looks, he'd be tender but tough, and smart but not smug, and attentive but not fawning, and he'll smell good in the morning and he'll dance. And like hiking and baking and biking, I'm not picky, I just ask that he likes me and I like him, and I'd rather be alone if the only other option is to come and settle down with some condescending clown with some great rating from some dating service, some self-professing Mr. Perfect, another narcissistic legend made of millions out of hedge funds, another sexually ineffectual, self-obsessing metrosexual, pseudo-intellectual, getting drunk and existential every time the Steelers lose a game. Thanks, but perhaps some other day. One day, someday, my prince may come, but I won't hold my breath. There's only divorcees and weirdos left, and weird is fine, but not all the time. One day, someday, my prince will come, so the fairy tale said. 20 years later, it's still in my head that if I screw a frog, I will wake in a 4-poster bed.